$221,000. That is what you now need to earn in California to buy a median-priced house.
And the median Black household in this state makes about $70,000.
Welcome back. This is News Observer Weekly, our top 5 stories from the Bakersfield and Los Angeles News Observer.
We've got a march being called, a housing bill nobody's covering, a room full of men in Bakersfield saying things out loud, and a 104-year-old who's been doing this longer than all of us.
Let's get into it. Story 1. Reverend Al Sharpton and Martin Luther King III are calling a march on Washington. August 28th.
63 years to the day. That date is not an accident.
It's called Defend the Vote, and the coalition behind it is not small. NAACP, National Urban League, the American Federation of Teachers, LULAC, Unidos US.
Congresswoman Yvette Clarke is bringing a Congressional Black Caucus delegation. She chairs the caucus.
So what's the trigger? Why now?
The Supreme Court weakening Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. That's the specific thing organizers are pointing at.
Section 2 being the piece that lets you challenge a voting rule because of its effect, not because somebody admitted intent.
Right. And nobody admits intent anymore. That's the whole point. Effect was the tool that still worked.
King had a line in the announcement that stuck with me.
Say it.
63 years after my father stood at the Lincoln Memorial, we are called to march again. Here's my question, though. Marches get covered for a day. Then what?
That's the honest question, and I don't think we should skip it. A march is a deadline, not a solution. It forces a coalition to actually organize by a date.
So watch what the coalition does in September, not what the crowd looks like in August.
That's the story we'll be following. Registrations open now through the National Action Network.
Story 2, and this is the number I opened with. Assemblymember Mia Bonta's bill, AB 801.
The California Community Reinvestment Act. And I want to be careful here because this one has a name that makes your eyes glaze over and a substance that absolutely does not.
Give me the numbers again, slowly.
Median home in California, roughly $865,000. Income you need to buy it, about $221,000 a year. Median Black household income in this state, around $70,000.
So the gap isn't a gap. You'd need to triple your income to be in the conversation.
And here's the part that got me. Even when you qualify, Black borrowers are 78% more likely than white borrowers to get denied at the final underwriting stage.
Final stage, meaning you made it all the way through.
You did everything right, and the door closed at the last inch. Since 2015, Black and Latino borrowers got conventional mortgages at about half the rate of white borrowers.
So what does the bill actually do about it?
Transparency and examination. Bonta's framing is that we can't even tell whether banks are lending in Black and brown communities because nobody's required to show us.
Max Vargas at the Greenlining Institute put it sharper than that.
Without an examination structure, California's fair lending protections exist on paper, but not in practice.
And the banks are fighting it.
They are. And I'll give their argument fairly. Rob Wilson for California's credit unions calls it a new regulatory framework that's unnecessary and duplicative of oversight that already exists.
Is it duplicative?
Federal oversight exists. Whether it's working is a different question. And the 78% number is the answer I keep coming back to.
Where is it in the process?
Passed the Assembly 45-15, cleared Senate banking, cleared Senate Judiciary. It's sitting at Senate Appropriations. and the legislature comes back August 3rd.
Appropriations is where bills go to die quietly.
Which is exactly why this is the week to call your state senator. Not after. This is the one thing I'd ask you to actually do.
Story 3. Bakersfield. About 20 men in a room at Hodell's, and the whole point was to say the quiet stuff out loud.
It hurts to heal. The brotherhood experience. First one they've done. And I'll be honest, I went into this expecting a nice event story.
And
then I saw the local numbers. Men in Kern County die by suicide at more than 3 times the rate of women.
3 times.
And at the same time, women make up nearly 2/3 of the people using mental health services through Kern Health Systems. Men are just over 1/3.
So the people dying most are the people asking least.
That's the entire story in one sentence.
Dr. Naisha Davis Massey organized it. She runs Inspire Me Counseling and Wellness, and she noticed something in the room.
She said it back to them, that the common thread was every man in there felt like he had to do it by himself.
Theodore Richard, who's a licensed clinical social worker, reframed what strength means.
True strength is not the absence of emotion, but the ability to acknowledge emotions, regulate behaviors, and build healthy relationships.
And Javon Kemp gave the keynote. He said the wounds aren't there to define you or hinder you. They're part of your story.
J. Bray Dixon walked out and said, "I don't have to carry the mask anymore." That's a man describing relief.
If any of that lands close to home for somebody listening, 988. Call or text. That's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's free and it's 24 hours.
And if you're the friend who's been meaning to check on somebody, this is your week. Dr. Davis Massey left them with this. You are not a burden. You are not alone. And you matter more than what you give away.
All right, story 4, and we need this one.
We do. Everybody loved the World Cup. And I mean everybody.
Spain beat Argentina 1-0 for the title. But the story here isn't the final. It's Hawthorne.
The L2 Live fan zone. At a park and ride. At a metro station.
Which is such a specific, unglamorous, perfect detail.
Big screen, free, family-friendly, food vendors, 5 hours on a Sunday. Co-organized by King Callie out of FMWC Compton.
And there's a piece of this I really liked. Autism Resource Village was there, using soccer as the way in.
That's a smart use of a crowd. You're not asking people to come to an autism awareness event. You're meeting them where they already are.
The Parmalettes drumline played. Luciana, Daisy LaRue.
And look ahead. 2030 is the 100th anniversary. Morocco, Portugal, and Spain host. 44 days, longest one ever, with opening matches in Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay.
4 years out and I'm already planning.
Start saving now.
Story 5. Mary Louise Reeves turned 104 in June.
And the headline says, "She's still teaching us how to fight." Which sounds like a nice line, until you read what she actually did.
Born in Marshall, Texas. Finished her degree at Bishop College at 19. Came to Los Angeles in 1942, 20 years old.
1942. Think about what Los Angeles was for a Black woman in 1942.
Taught for 30 years. Helped found UTLA, the teachers union.
Lura Daniels Ball put it this way. In those early days, the union had neither money nor power. But Mary Louise stood at the forefront anyway.
Anyway, that word's doing a lot of work.
That word is the whole biography. And then 40 more years as a city ambassador at City Hall, going back to Tom Bradley.
Here's what makes this a news story, and not just a birthday, though.
Go ahead.
Black students are now 7% of LA Unified. 82% of all students there qualify for free or reduced lunch. And the district is defending a $50 million Black Student Achievement Plan.
So the fight she started is the fight that's on the table this year.
Which brings us back around to where we opened. 63 years since the Lincoln Memorial.
She's 104. She's older than the march. And the thing being defended in August is a thing she was already defending before most of us were born.
3 daughters, 4 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren. That's a lot of people carrying it forward.
That's the point. It was never one person. It was one person who wouldn't stop, surrounded by people who noticed.
That's our 5. The vote, the mortgage, the mask, the fan zone, and 104 years of not stopping.
If you do one thing this week, call your state senator about AB 801 before August 3rd. That bill affects whether your kids inherit anything.
All 5 stories are up in full at ognsc.com. Read them, share them, and tell us what we missed.
We're the Bakersfield and Los Angeles News Observer. We'll see you next week.
Take care of each other.